Yo, they ready.
Throw your diamonds in the sky if you feel forever, ever, forever, ever, 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 ever.
Hi, my diamonds. How are you all doing? This is your girl, Phinadiamond. So I want to have this moment with you guys because I'm going to switch up my channel. And this time I'm switching it up for good, and I am going to stick to whatever I am doing right now because I feel like this is my calling. This is what I should be doing because this is my job. This is my daily life. Like, it is something I do for a living. So I want to concentrate on what I know how to do best, which is fitness. Okay, so I'm just gonna, today's video is just to like introduce myself from the start, why I took the step. Okay, back to when my fitness journey started. My fitness journey started as a teenager. We came back from the north. That was during Sharia. We came back home, and then my cousin came to visit my cousins. So I was with them then because my mom didn't come back with me. My mom had to send me back with my younger ones, and then I had to send my younger ones to my auntie, and I was with my uncle. So my cousin came to see my cousins, that's my uncle's kids. So when she saw me, she was like, oh, she looks old. And that really got me because, you know, in the north, I came back from the north. So in the north, we're used to drinking fura, denono, kunu, and all these things are fattening. So to us is nothing. We enjoy taking them, but health-wise is not really good. Not really that it's not good. It is good if you take it in moderation. But if you overtake it, if you abuse it, that is when it's not good. But as a kid, we don't know what moderation is. We just take as much as we wanted. So I enjoyed Fura di Nono a whole lot. I was really on the big side. And one thing with my body is when I am big, it goes on my backside. In the north, it was nothing. It was okay to have it was okay to be big in the north then. So it wasn't like a problem to me because no one has body shamed me then. So when I came back and my cousin said that, and I was like, okay, I need to do something. That was when I started working on myself. I started watching things I eat. I started being conscious of things that goes in my mouth. And that was when I developed a habit. I developed bulimia. So what I do is whatever I eat, I put my hand in my mouth and I throw it up. So things that I don't like that I eat, I put my hand in my mouth and I will throw them up. So that was my habit, just to lose the weight. And I did that for years. You can't believe I did that till I had my first son, even after my first son. When I was pregnant, I was like, God, please, I can't wait for this baby to come so I can go back to my lifestyle. I was seeing it as a lifestyle. I was seeing it as something that I have to do to keep my shape informed, okay? And I wasn't just doing that. I got to the habit of exercising. Because I don't know if I'm to say I'm someone that whatever I want, I go for it. That has been me from childhood. Like, whatever I want, I would definitely go for it. I started exercising. I go to the gym. Why I developed bulimia was because my mom owned a restaurant. So whenever she cooks, she'll be like, test this food. And when I test it, I want more. And when I was growing up, I love swallow with a passion. And not just swallow. If you're from Nigeria, you will know what's called aru. I love fufu with a passion. And my mom knows how to do this for her soup. Oh my goodness. So when I am eating, like, I overfed myself and then I have to go throw it all up. I was doing this for years because I don't know. I think I watched a documentary or something and I found out that one celebrity was doing it. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. What is good for the good is good for the ganga. And I had to, is that how they say it? And I had to start doing it, which was really bad. I did that for years. So when I was pregnant, I was like, no, I'm not going to do this because I'm pregnant. I tried all through my 9 months and had my baby. I went back to it. And that was just habit that I incorporated in my life. But when I look back on that was when my mom had cancer. And then we went to the hospital, and the doctor went, if you don't do anything to help yourself, you're going to die. You're going to end up having lung cancer or some form of cancer. Like, seriously, you are endangering your life. I had to think about it. But you know the problem, because it is now habit. I couldn't stop it because I am used to it. So I thought about it. I wanted to. Nobody will hear that what you're doing is going to kill you and you still carry on with it. I wanted to stop it, but I couldn't resist it. I got to a point I had to talk to myself and talk myself out of it. And thank God now, this has been years. I can't even remember how many years I'm off it. And all glory to God that happened, you know. So what I'm trying to tell you was how I indulge into fitness. I started then, I go to the stadium because back home there's gyms, but we don't have money for gym. So we just go to the stadium. I had this coach back home. His name is Nanana, you know. Nanana is somebody that he comes, he will train you for free. He leaves his house and he comes to train you. So he comes and he will train us every morning. So I am always in the stadium Monday to Friday. So Monday to Saturday, my days off is only Sunday. I don't go to the stadium on Sunday or sometimes Friday. Saturday, I don't go to the stadium on Sundays or sometimes Saturday, but I have to be in the stadium 5 freaking times a week. So sometimes when my mom's like, okay, yeah, you're going to eat, I'd be like, okay, you know what you will do? Can you convert my food to money and give it to me so I can go to the stadium with it? And that is how I pay my transport. I got to a point, I met this Okada guy. He was so nice. He found out that it's something that I love. And the guy was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Every morning he comes to my house, he picks me. So if every other Okada is charging like 50 quid, he will charge me 20 to drop me, and know when I'll finish, he will come and pick me and bring me back home. So literally, if I'm to pay £100 to the stadium, this guy will charge me £40 every day. Every day he was doing this. I don't know where he is, but only my God is going to pay him for all the help he rendered to me. And that was just where I find my peace. Because you know what, we go to the stadium, we train, and not just training, we have time to laugh. I make friends. After training, we sit back and we like have like a joke time. We laugh. It was just fun all through my training period in the stadium. And thanks to you, Nanana, if you're watching this. Thank you so much for your effortless effort. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for the love that you gave to us. Thank you so much for every sacrifice that you did for free. Like, seriously, I don't know what that meant, but then we nearly took it for granted because he was there to help us. And we're like, oh God, why is he pushing us? And all that. This guy pushed the living daylight out of me, you know. And that made me start loving it, because I'm one person that when I am training, if I don't feel the tension, I feel like, why am I here? Why am I wasting my time? So yeah, so that was how we did that, and that went really well when I was growing up. So back to when I had my son, I was pregnant, I stopped training. African mentality, no, we don't want the baby to go, you just have to be careful. And then I didn't really study into knowing that you can train when you're pregnant, because had it been I knew that I can exercise when I'm pregnant, oh my God, I would have done it. I would have done it with everything, but I didn't know about it, so I didn't train. And my mom wanted to, you know, trying to protect her grandchild. My mom was like, no, you're not training. My mom was literally buying me every fruit in this world. She would go here, she would buy this. She was just literally feeding me, making sure that her grandchild is healthy. So we lived all through that, and I had my first son. And 6 months after having my first son, I was pregnant with my second one. So it was kind of like a back-to-back baby. So I had him. After having him, it was now 2 babies. There's nothing I could do. No, 6 months after having my first son, I went back to the gym. So when I went back to the gym, I didn't even know the period I went back to the gym, I was pregnant with my second. So I was gymming, trying to get back my way. But I wanted to have a baby. I've told their dad, like, you know what, I need a baby. Like, I need him to have someone. But we didn't know it happened. because when I am breastfeeding, I don't see my period. So that is my means of what's it called again? So when I'm breastfeeding, I don't see my period. So that is my means of like contraceptive. That is what I use. So when I had my first son, for 6 months, I breastfed him for 6 months. So after 6 months, because I wanted to have another baby, I stopped breastfeeding him. But I didn't know that when I stopped breastfeeding him, I got pregnant with the second one. So that was when I started going to the gym. After 6 months, I started going to the gym. And when I bought new clothes, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to slim down and all that. 3 months after I was like, what happened? I've stopped breastfeeding and I haven't seen my period. What is going on? What's happening to me? And the doctor was like, have a pregnancy test. I did a pregnancy test and it was positive. I was pregnant. I was so happy. I was over the moon. I had to pack up my clothes. You can see, like, seriously, I've started shedding the weight. But once the doctor told me I was pregnant, the next week my weight just went back up. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I just started living my life, eating my food and all that. Had my second one. And then after my second one, I was like, nah, there's no way I can lose this weight now. I was just enjoying life. And one thing with my weight is it's kind of like a flabby kind of weight. When I add weight, it's not kind of like a strong toned kind of weight. When I add weight, it is flabby. So my body was just having a mess and a time of its life. I was like, you know what, just enjoy it. I'm sure maybe after him, I would have gone back to the gym, but my mom had cancer, came over. We were just going back and forth for chemo and all that. And with everything going on in my life, like, gym was the last thing that was in my mind, you know. I was just living my life. So when she went for her last treatment, I went to America to see her. So when I got there, the first time she saw me, the first thing she said was like, no, I don't like who I'm seeing. No, you have to do something about your weight. I'm like, girl, we're here to see you. Like, ignore my weight, let's talk about you. She was like, no, this is not my daughter that I'm used to. Like, you are someone that is so conscious about your weight. What are you doing to yourself right now? I'm like, girl, chill. I've got 3 children, and my last one, I had him through C-section. I was like, I have C-section and there's nothing I can do. Just deal with the weight. My mom was like, no, you can do something. Okay, so we went there. My second brother, he loves exercise. Like, he's somebody that I've known all my life that have been exercising since I know him. Like, since I know my second brother, he has been exercising till date. He is someone that, when you talk about discipline, my second brother is so disciplined to the core when it comes to looking after himself. So we went to his place and my mom was like, no, you have to do something. Take her. So I was like, girl, my son is just 3 months. Like, let me enjoy myself. I'm just coming. She was like, no, you're going for a run. So whenever he comes up, to show you how disciplined he is, he will come back from work 4 o'clock. We'll go for a run like 4:30 and then we'll come back. And I'm like, boy, I am tired again. Every day he will force me to go for this run. So when we leave the house, I am forced to, is either I finish the run or I will walk and then he will catch up with me and then we'll come back home. So I did this. I was there for like 7 weeks, I think. So I was in America for 7 weeks. That 7 weeks, he drained me. So he drained me and that was really fun. When I came back, I thought I couldn't shed my weight. When I came back, I saw the results and I was like, wow. So when I wear my clothes, I was like, I'm loving who I am seeing rather than who I was seeing before. I am really loving this girl. And that was what brought back my old self. And I was like, no, I love this girl that I'm seeing right now. I want to keep this up. I came back, I started with, there's this place they go like outside to exercise. It's just like open park, you go to exercise. I can't remember their name right now. We went there and there they do like every month you have to do like a competition, who will win the competition. So we went there. So the competition is all about who will lose the most weight for the month. So they will give you an award and it's just a big award. Like literally everyone will come in and then they will call your name and they will give you like a certificate for winning. So So we went there. Guess who? When they told me, I was like, you know, your girl, I am competitive. So when I went there, I was like, oh, okay, let's do this. I went there, and guess who won? I won for that month. So I won. My coach was killing it. Because, girl, if you want me to exercise, give me good music and then leave the work for me. Like, good music, let me do the job. I will do it. I love music a lot. Like, everything I do in my life, I vibe to music. So I tried my best. Simon, wherever you are, thank you. Thank you for my journey. Simon pushed me through and I won this competition. That was my size when I won the certificate. And I pushed through. It was really like a starting point for me. And I was like, okay, I wanted to do more. I was really motivated. I was going. Till I find out there's a gym opening close to my house. I was like, oh, thank God there's a gym close to my house, you know. So every time I would go there, like, when are they opening? When are they opening? So sometimes I think 2018 or 17, September, they opened. The first day they opened, I was in there with my friend. We went in there, we trained, and it was a bit tough because I wasn't used to, like, it was just me coming back. And I started, and as God could have it, they had this manager there. He was so lovely. So when he saw me, like, you know, when you will see someone, you can look through them and know that I know what this person wants. She just need a little bit push. And I'm sure that was what Lee saw in me. He saw that I needed that push. And Lee sacrificed to push me. So whenever I'm training, Lee will come close to me and he'll be motivating me. He will tell me, girl, you can do this. Even to the extent sometimes when I'm training, like maybe when he will ask me to do a wall sit, because in our membership, no, when I started with every month's membership. So I will pay for a month. And I started September, October, November was my birthday. I got a birthday gift. I was like, okay, you know what? I can as well use this birthday money for my membership. I had to pay for a year membership. I was like, you know what? If I'm paying every month, there's possibility of me backsliding. Like, I can feel like, no, I can't do it, and I will stop. But if I'm to pay for a whole year, that would like push me to go through for the year. And I had to pay for this 1 year. So when I paid for the year, like, literally felt like he saw that she really wants this. So he was willing to push me through my wants. Every month you have a PT session. So when I have my PT session, I always want my PT session to be him, because I know he's going to push me. So he just knew that, you know what, PT session is just going to be him. And whenever we're doing that, he will push me. And regardless of my PT session, when I'm training on my own, he will want to push me to my max. He will tell me, do this, try that. He was just like literally helping me. And it was just like, you know, like whatever you're doing in life. And that is why, as a personal trainer today, when I'm doing my classes or whenever I'm doing my session, I try not to be a professional personal trainer. Yes, I try to be a friend and to be a human to people that I train. I try to make them feel like I was here before. I know I am here right now, but I understand what you are feeling right now. So I am like a friend wherever. You think you're coming to my class to have fun? No, I am having fun as well. I'm not just there to teach you. I am there to have fun as well. Do you know where I got that idea from? Lee taught me that. This guy will push you in a very good... We became... Sorry, I know this is going too long, but I just want you to hear how my journey started before I will start posting my videos and all that. He helped me. I have to, not just him helping me, just imagine him willing to help me and I am not willing to help myself. I wouldn't have achieved the results that I did. He was helping me and I was willing to help myself. I told myself, girl, you have to do this for yourself. And you know why I wanted to do it for myself? Because when my mom was ill, the doctor said, it's not your illness that will kill you, it is your overweight. And then my mom lost her weight. The doctor said my mom is going to live for 6 months and my mom ended up living for 3 years. When I went to see her, my mom found out that I was overweight and my mom was like, no, you're not doing this to your kids. You have to do something to help yourself because you have to be here for them. So when I think about all of that, I just wanted to do something for her. Because My mom passed away 2016. So when I started my fitness journey, she has passed away already. So whenever I'm training, even when I'm feeling the tension, I'm like, girl, I am doing this for you. Like, I was fighting to be here, to appreciate me. I was literally fighting for my self-love. Because the best gift, I am going to tell you this for free, the best gift you can give to your loved ones is healthy you. If you are not healthy, there is no gift you can give to your loved ones. If your loved ones see you healthy, they will be so happy to see healthy you. If you are not healthy, they have to look after you for the rest of their life. Why? You have to do something to help yourself. I can hear some people say, oh, I'm not a gym person. Oh, it's not my thing. It has never been my thing. Till now, it is not my thing. But why I am doing it is because I love myself enough to give myself the best gift. I love myself enough to look at myself in the mirror when I dress up and say, yeah, girl, I love what I'm seeing. You know, I love myself enough to look at myself in the mirror and say, yeah, at the age of 40 something, yeah, girl, you're looking good. You know, just imagine I didn't get to this point. What would have been my case? So back to my story. I started from there, and then I started going to the gym every now and then. I was just loving it. And then I gave myself challenge. I went, you know what? I just want to lose my weight in 6 months. I know this video is going to be everywhere, but just try and listen. I'm sure you will take 1 or 2 out of this video. When I go to classes with other people, I find out that, if you are looking to lose weight, if you are looking to be motivated, if you are looking to be regular in fitness journey, you have to learn to go to classes. Do you know why? Because when you go to classes, you have other people challenging you. You have someone looking at your posture to make sure you're right. You have someone pushing you beyond your limits. These are few reasons why you should go to classes. Back to my journey, I started going to classes. Whenever I go to classes, I am someone, when I train, I don't train cool. I don't know how to train and just be quiet in my zone. No. When I'm training, I train like a tiger. And if you are by my side and you're training with me and you want to stop, I am sorry. If you know you don't have the strength, like, literally move. You can't stay close to me when I'm training. I'll be like, girl, no, you're not stopping. No, boy, we are carrying on. Like, I push anyone close to me whenever I'm training. As just a normal gym member, I was doing that. And then even the instructors in the gym, they were always like, oh, Finn, I'm doing this class, are you going to come? Because they know that when I come, it's a power session. The other members just want to see me with the way I do my things. Like, I don't care what you look. It is my life. It is who I am, and I can't change me for you. I can't change who I am for anybody. I am that person that I love life, and whatever that makes me happy, I love to make it obvious to everybody that this makes me happy. That is just me. So I carried on, and then instructors and the gym members are like, Fina, you know what? You will be a good gym instructor, you know. I'm like, no, with my weight, that won't be possible, girl. I ain't doing it. I was like, no, please stop. And Lee was like, girl, you know you can do this. I was like, no, boy, I ain't doing it. I am not going to do it. You know, at some point, you know, when people will be telling you things all the time and say, this is your calling, this is where you should be, I had to start thinking about it. I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I feel like I can do this. Because you know what? I am going to do this as my job, and this will keep me in check in looking after myself. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to put this into perspective. I'm going to do it. So I came back home from the gym one day, and I called my kids and I was like, you know what? I want to do this. He looked at me and he laughed. He was like, with your weights? And I was like, yeah, I want to do it. And one thing I love in life is challenges. I love people to challenge me. Whatever you tell me that you can't do, that is that thing. I want to prove to you that yes, I can do it, and even do it better. So when that came with like, with your weight, I started. I had to quit my job. I went to the gym. That was when I quit my job. I started training. I registered for the course, and I was just full on the course. I was just training, doing my course, and before you know it, boom. I think after how many months? I finished 6 months or so. Yeah, my course was meant to be 6 months. Then my mom passed away. I had to extend it to like 8 months or thereabout. So I called them and I told them they had to extend it. So I extended it a little bit. I had to finish my course and I had to push myself. And another thing that pushed me through, that made me carry on, was my mom, because I knew that my mom wanted the best for me. I am that child that my mom always like, I don't know, if your parents, you have to start doing this, okay? When I see other people, I know that in their head, they feel like they are more than me. No, I'm more than everybody in my zone. I am sorry. Whatever you think about yourself is in your pocket. I am special. I am me, and I love me. Do you know why it feels like I'm like that? Because my mom installed that in me. My mom made me feel special from day one. So my mom made me feel like I am beautiful. I can achieve whatever I want in life. And that has been me from childhood. So nobody can take that from me. Thanks to my mom. So when she passed on, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this for her. I'm going to prove to her that I'm going to do that thing that makes her happy whenever she sees me. My mom is that person that when she's with her friends and then I'm coming, she was like, that's my daughter. Like, you see the smile on her face, like, that's my daughter. and I don't want, when she saw me looking big, she was like, no, this is not my daughter that I'm used to. You have to do something. So whenever I am training, I just find out that my mom don't want this person. I have to go back to who she likes. So yeah, to cut the long story short, and that was how my journey started, and here we are today in my journey. So why am I giving these stories? I find out that I am deviating from my core. I have gone into makeup, I've gone into reaction videos. These are just things that I used to like. These are just things that I'm using at the moment to just see what I want. But whenever I do them, I just find out that this is not me. This is not me. Me is fitness. Me is encouraging people. Me is telling you that if I can do it, you can do it. That the only thing that holds us back in life is procrastination. When you procrastinate, when you tell yourself, you know what, I can't do this, I can't do that, you can't do it. But when you tell yourself, you know what, I know I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to try. I'm going to give everything to try. And when you try, you will see the result. So all you have to do is to stop procrastinating. Start thinking of doing things for yourself. Start thinking of being aware of things you do for you. Start thinking of committing to things you do for you. Start thinking of dedicating your time to things you do for yourself. One thing in life you have to do is that you have to make out time for you. Because when you are gone, there won't be another you. But when you make out time for you, you'll find out that you will be happy, your loved ones will be happy. Everyone around you will be happy. But when you don't look after yourself, can we be real for once? Yes, I have been there before when I was like size 20, okay, 18, 20. All I want to do is just to come back and sit on the couch and watch TV. Yes, that is all I wanted to do. But right now, I'm in a place where when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, thank God I took this decision. Thank God I am here for my children. If my children wants to run, I'll be like, okay, where are we running to? I know I'm going to catch them. So I'm looking forward to being a grandmother, you know, knowing that if God permits, if health permits, I'm going to be healthy as a grandmother. Do you think about those things? You know, things you shove in your mouth. You have to think about how they sound. I'm not asking you to do any diet. That's a video for another day. We're still gonna, that is why I've changed this channel to what it is. We're going to be talking, so let me tell you guys what we'll be doing in this channel. We're going to be talking about fitness. We're going to be doing fitness videos. We're going to be talking about food we eat. We're going to be talking about cons and pros of everything regarding you, who you need to be and who you are. You have to fight that thing in your head telling you I can't do it. You can. If you want to be here, if you love yourself enough, you have to do things to help you. You have to do things on you. Yeah, so guys, I have been talking forever, so I'm going to just cut this video here to tell you this is what I'm going to be doing. Before I was like, oh, I don't have enough room, and by the time I drop the kids at school and then go to the gym and all that, I don't really have time for that. So what I'm just trying to do, I'm just going to try my best and use the space I have in my house to be putting out videos for us. So I'm going to be talking about anything relating fitness, anything relating to human, us, okay? Things that will make you live healthy. We're going to be talking about them, and I'm going to be putting out videos that you can relate to and that will help you. So yeah, that is the end of this video, guys. Don't forget to show yourself love, and I will definitely catch you guys again in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye there. Bye.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being by my side when no one else was. You are the reason why I'm smiling right now, and I appreciate you so much.